Hello, Prealgebra students. This is lesson 53. Our objective is how do you solve problems using measures of central tendency? So we already know how to find the central tendencies of finding the mean, median, mode, and range. So now we're just going to use that to kind of answer these questions. So this is example 1. It says the owner of a cafe was interested in the age of her customers in order to plan marketing. One day she collected these data on customers' ages, and there's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 different data points. It says make a line plot for the data, then find the mean, median, mode, and range. And then it says to use those to answer her question, pretty much. So let's look here at part A. And I guess let's make a line graph. So this is a line graph. Let's start the youngest one here. It looks like is 27. And the oldest one looks like is 75. So then let's start this at like, I don't know, 25. Okay, so what we need to do is we just need to put an X above each one of where these numbers are. So the smallest one's 27. So I'll cross that one off. The next one is 28. I just have to go in order. The next one I'll say is 33. 75. 31. 73. 41. 38. 42. 35. So notice we kind of have two groups. We have this group here and this group up here. So now we need to find the mean, median, mode, and range. So let's see here. The mean, we'll start with the mean, is going to be add up all those numbers and divide by 10. I didn't write them all out there, but if you add them all up, you get 423 divided by 10 because there's 10 data points, and you get 42.3. So the mean, or the average age, is 42.3. Mode would be the one that shows up the most. And notice that there is no mode because, well, no number shows up more than once. Median is going to be the middle one whenever you range them from smallest to largest in order. So the middle one, there isn't a middle one because we have an even number. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's going to be the average of those two. So I'm going to say 35 plus 38 over 2, which comes out to be 36.5. And then the range is going to equal to 75, the biggest one, minus 27, which is 48. Alright, so that completes part A, because we made a line plot, then we found the mean, median, mode, and range. So now part B says which measure of these four that we just found best represents the typical age of the customer. Well, let's just look at that for a second. The mean puts us up here at the 42.3. So that's right around here. Now, it's kind of in the middle from the lowest to the highest, but notice there's way more below that than there is above that. So it kind of seems a little bit high, because I would say maybe it'd be around here. Mode doesn't help us because there isn't one. The median is 36.5 here. That seems in the middle of where most of them are. And the range just tells us how far apart the bottom one is from the top one. So there's a age range of 48 years. So it's not going to be the range. So then I think this median is going to be the best. Normally I might pick the mean, but because we have some that are so far off, those are what we call outliers, that we kind of skews it and pulls it up that way because we have some people that are really old that eat at this cafe. But most of our customers are here in this range, so I'm going to go with the median for part B, even though I'm not going to write that down. Alright, this is example 3. It says, consider the salaries of the employees of a small business. In an interview, a prospective employee was told that the average salary of an employee is $50,000. How might this information be misleading? Yearly salary in thousands. Well, let's just real quick write them from smallest to largest. Or maybe even better, let's go ahead and put them on a line graph. Okay, so I got a little bit tired of that, but you get the basic idea here. So here's a 32, here's a 34, another 32, a 30, a 37, 43, 45, 67, an 85, and a 95. So just look at this data. If you were going to be hired and you see this data, where are you going to guess your salary is going to be? Probably in this range, right? There are a few people that have worked their way really high up in the company and they make a lot of money. Okay, these people here. But because there's these few, what we call outliers, it brings that mean up really high, because here's the mean. But most people are down this way. Notice the median is here. That's more closer to where everyone would be, because half the people are below that and half the people are above that. The mode might even be a good idea for that, for a new customer, because most likely you're going to start off down here, for a new employee, sorry. And the range just shows how far apart those are, which is a really big number. So it was kind of a little bit misleading because these high values that are showing up here, that these high salaries, are pulling that mean, the average, up higher than what most people actually earn. So the median would be a better representation, or the mode would be a better representation of where this person might actually be getting paid. One more. It says, Josiah sells 3 different hats to test their popularity. His sales are reported in the bar graph below. The height of each bar graph corresponds to the number of hats of that type Joshua sold. Find the mode of the data. Why are we not interested in the mean or the median? So first of all, let's look at this real quick. Type A, he sold 10 hats. Type 2 looks like he sold 4. And type 3 looks like he sold 7. So the mode would be type 1. Because that one showed up 10 times, whereas the other one only showed up 4 and 7 times. Now, why are we not interested in finding the mean? Well, first of all, we can't even add up type 1 plus type 2 plus type 3. So we wouldn't even be able to find these numbers. And honestly, it doesn't really matter because we're just trying to figure out which one sold the best. So obviously, as he places an order, he'll still want to order some of these type 2 and type 3s. But he's going to want to order a lot more of these type 1s because those ones are the ones that sold the best. I hope that helps. Feel free to watch it again. Feel free to read the examples in the book. Your homework is on page 364. You're going to do the practice set, all the 53s, all the 52s, and then 9 more of your choice.